Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another City Skyline experiment. Where today we're kind of continuing on from something that we previously done before, which is creating a huge city on an island. I'm slightly modifying it. I've created many islands in triangle form to create, which almost looks like a diamond. And we're going to build a city upon it. Each island is going to contain something different. Like one island will be solely dedicated to residential, one to commercial, one to like dirty industry, one to offices, one to like leisure stuff and stuff like that. And we're going to see what happens. I'm in two minds whether to connect it via only ferries or only a subway system. Or maybe a bit of both. We'll see entirely what happens. So this is what I've built at the moment. As you can see, you've got these nice little diamond islands. It creates like a big pizza slice. Looks very delicious. But I'm calling them diamonds, okay? That's what I'm going with. I haven't bought this little bit of land or this one here. One, because they're quite expensive at the moment. And I want to try and save the money because we do have money on this one. We can try and stay afloat. And we're going to see what happens by having dedicated islands for dedicated stuff. And no roads linking them. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. So if you enjoy this, guys, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you want to see me do more experiments and stuff like this in the future, again, let me know in the comment section. If you got any experiments you want me to try and attempt, let me know in the comment section too. Like you guys have been recently inspiring a lot of the experiments that we have been doing. Now, we do know we got to create a train and ferry link from the main section over here all the way over here at some point. So before we do any of that, we need to kind of figure out what we want to do with this. So I'm thinking these three islands here are going to be all residential. We could probably have like this one up here, dirty industry, this one, you know, commercial or something like that, offices. I don't know. Maybe this one, dirty industry, offices, leisure, commercial maybe. I don't know. We'll see how things turn out, but let's just go with that kind of a plan to begin with. And let's pick this island here as our base island to work with first. So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing to all the islands eventually, and that is start by the roads. Now, there are very small islands, so the only type of road I'm going to be using is just the standard 2-lane road. And what we'll do is we'll make it go down to each corner, like this. So should I get away with actually going right up to the edges? Or I can get away with this one, can't I? Yeah. Going as much down as I possibly can. I want to try and maximize the amount of space that we get to work with. Now, it's okay if it's not perfect, because we can make it. Let's take off the snapping grid, because we can make it eventually perfect anyway. Like that there. And it's not. It's an awkward triangle, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it, okay? Right. So what we'll do is we'll kind of pick one. We could kind of create like a trio kind of section. So if I did bring this out to here, about there, and then snap that down to there, and then that down to there, and then we have like 3 districts on each island is what we can pretty much work with. So let's try this then. Let's kind of go off here now, and I want to try and maximize the amount of space that we get to work with. So a little bit further out. There we go. So maximize as much space as I possibly can. This is going to be amazing. And then once you've got the one island kind of almost borderline set up, we can then start focusing on getting people on here. Now what's going to be interesting is the fact that we're going to need services. Obviously, of course, that's a given. But the thing is, because you're not linking up the roads for the islands, each island's going to need its own service. And that's when it starts to become very, very, very expensive. Oh, it looks like a leaf. It's kind of cool, isn't it? That's when it starts to become very expensive at that point then. But that's also where the fun begins. So I'm liking this pattern we're going with. We'll try and do like a different pattern or style for each island. Now, when it gets to this point now, it's going to get a little bit more funkier. Alright, try and maximize the spacing. There we go. And then we'll do one more. Cutting through. All good stuff. So again, same goes here. Usual stuff, guys. tearing through this. There we go. Happy with that. So, looks a bit crazy, but it's going to do the job. Now, we do need to hook up a ferry system to this to begin with. So I'm thinking we could do it like one ferry system to one island and then subways to each of the other ones. I really like the idea of a subway. I just don't know why, but then I'm thinking, well, we could maximize on having both of them, which would be kind of cool. But let's focus on this anyway. So again, if you haven't noticed, guys, it's the same map we did when we created the big city on the island. I've just obviously redone the islands. So I'm going to do what we did very similar to that, and that is drop down a roundabout. Kaboom. Just quickly hook up the highway system to it. There we go. Again, there's going to be literally next to no traffic on any of this. And then we're going to want... Let's go to it now. Well, first we're going to need a train connection to get people here. And then we want a ferry connection. So we'll go for the ferry pier here and just kind of drop that there. Now, ferry stop. I'm going to pause it so we're not starting to lose money. The ferry stop, I'm thinking we'll place it here. A good spot will be there to begin with, so... Let's come out of this and bulldoze. So try and get it, there we go, close to the edge as possible. Oh, wrong road. Wrong road completely. There we go. So that's our first one all kind of connected there. As we progress and kind of build upon it, it will all change. And that's exactly what we want it to do. So, we've got to connect up now the train. Straight away. So, something as simple as that. Alright, bend it around slightly. Well, it's not too much trouble, is it? It's not perfect, but it's as good as we're going to get. So, I'm thinking as well that... Now, it's kind of hard to tell where the water's flowing. So, we'll do the piping quickly now. Nice little cross section. There we go. We're going to hook it over so we can connect up the whole system to one part of it. When it comes to water then, we don't... There's not really a flow, so to speak. Not really a flow. So if we just drop down the water supply there. Now when it comes to getting rid of the sewage, we have this. It has a really good draining capacity. So if I place that there, that is going to ultimately get rid of the sewage and not pollute the water, if that makes sense. Power wise, I'll drop down 2 of these. So they've got power. They should be all good to go, up and running. Pretty sweet. So we then can start zoning this to be residential. So I'll make this one first be all high residential. So just do a big warp over that. All high residential to begin with. It's going to need power, of course. Oh, we need to do the route for the ferry. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Alright, the ferry route. Let's kind of connect that like that. So we've got that down. Oh, we need to construct a ferry depot. Oh, I forgot about that. Right, let's get the depot in. We'll place the depot over here. I'm not sure if we need to create... I always forget. I feel like we do. And all I'm going to do right now is just create one direct line back and forth. All good. We're laughing all the way to the bank. Kind of. Right, let's connect the road up. Okay, so that's literally got everything we need over there. We've got buildings now starting to arrive here. It has no power over here just yet. That's something else that we have to try and cope with, is power. Now, a really easy thing to do would be to drop down these advanced wind turbines. That's a really easy one. We can also squeeze in at various spots these. Now, these produce our little solar cover parking 2 megawatts output, Whereas these can produce up to 20 on a good day. So why don't you start to place... They cost 12,000 a pop. So just place a couple there, and hopefully that can power the city for now. Should do the right job. People are now moving in, so you can see people. You know, our population starting to boost up. So we should start to see people moving in. We're gonna need garbage. We're gonna need all these types of services, but I won't get those in just yet until we can guarantee a good profit, but you know, income and boost, stuff like that. So no one's really arrived just yet. We're waiting for that first train to come in. We've got the first car arriving. Okay, here comes the first train right now. Will this contain anybody? Yes, it does. Ah, yeah. Okay, all the trains are now coming. So the ferries should start making... I don't know whether they'll make profit to begin with, but they should start making some kind of money. Some kind of money. And we also need to think about like garbage disposal, policing and stuff like that. So what I'll do right now then, we'll put it back into play mode to just simulate slowly. I'll now start zoning and kind of constructing all the other islands with the roads that we want before we start progressing and adding in everything that we need. Then hooking up ferry systems. Then start to think about doing a subway system. It's gonna be beautiful. So I've got 3 of the other islands now all set up. I went for some interesting patterns with the kind of road layouts right now, just kind of maximize the amount of space that we do have. I've just got on the first island over here some healthcare and some death care, fire and policing. Just so they've got all the services that they need. The only thing they don't have at the moment is garbage disposal, which it's going to be quite interesting to take a look at this. I mean, we have a recycling center here that produces pollution. This one also produces pollution too, but we're kind of running out of money. We have incinerators too. Advanced incineration plant. Does this one produce? Yeah, that one does as well. That one, they all kind of produce. This one kind of cleans the water, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's going to be quite difficult to actually get what we need on here, but it shouldn't be too bad because we can kind of de-zone a kind of corner of it, which will probably be the best thing to do. Just slightly de-zone a corner of the island. So if I kind of got rid of that little section there, fast forward it a bit, just so it all disappears. Because we can put other stuff in there to kind of like, you know, balance it all out. So garbage disposal right now. Place that one there. We could get away with that one being here. Does that give me everything I need for it though? For garbage disposal? No. So we need another one as well. Right, I'm going to place that one there. Should be handling it just fine then. But another thing that we need to do right now though is the fact that we're losing money quite quick. So we need them to start working. So I'm going to zone this whole island here to be industry, dirty industry to be exact. They're going to need power as well, which we don't quite have enough money to do that. So I'm going to take a quick loan right now. So we go into a little bit of debt to begin with. Let's get some power over to these guys. We need to create a route right now from here to this island. Right? Oh, hold on. We need to create the we need to create the route. So kind of bring it up to there. Okay, so where was we? Let's get rid of that one. Let's start a new one to here and back. That's what will get them going to and from the island. So the new boat should start coming out of here. Yes, boy. Right, so new industry now appearing. We're going to charge the maximum that we can at 12%, which we know is comfortable enough that the residents will pay it, and also high enough that we can guarantee that money. So that should now start to change how much... Actually, we're now making a bit of money, which is interesting. So we should start to see people now taking the ferry to and from and across between the two islands, until we do eventually have something like, of course, the subway system in. These are the only downsides of the whole of this, is having a recycling centre that does produce pollution. they don't like to live around it, which is understandable, but it kind of makes it hard to make an island, if you know what I mean. Right, okay, so they should now be using it. You've got tons of people now lining up. I doubt we're making a profit off the ferry system. Where is it? Boats? Yeah, nothing. Just because of how long it takes these kind of boats here to get over to this section. There's a lot of people waiting. Yeah, there is a lot of people waiting to get over to the island. So that will come eventually, which is pretty handy. So this actual route here is short enough that it will make money, which is good for us. We're making quite a bit of money in terms of weekly income now and profit, which is, again, good. I'm not going to spend it all on putting services down straight away, because I want to use some of that money to build up other areas. So, industrial. When it comes to jobs, how are they? 5% employment. Wow. Okay. So if you have these two islands residential and then an island for commercial, island for offices, that should handle all of our jobs. Hopefully. I'm praying. I'm praying. So we'll make then these two islands here all residential. And then we'll also have to create a looped boat kind of ferry system to get the people to and from there. So this is going to be interesting because we've got to do quite a lot of things right now to these islands. So while we have that up and running, put it back into play, I'm going to set the other 3 islands up because I need those islands set up to get the ferry systems in to create one big loop ferry system and individual ones that go to and from certain areas to kind of then maximize upon the transport. Once that's in, I can then fundamentally focus on literally building up all of the islands to where we want them to be. So it's going to be quite exciting. I just need to get the infrastructure in first. So I'll get that in and then we'll focus on building the island. So at this point now, we're fighting a losing battle. I kind of got some of it in and now the city is completely breaking down. I replaced the recycling centers for this large advanced incinerator just because this this is going to be able to handle all the garbage needs per island. Like individually, I've had one on each one. The recycling centers wasn't doing the job. Plus, I'm going to need to get quite a few of those in to kind of get it all up and running. But we're kind of battling the money issue right now. So what I'm going to do is, one of the easiest ways to make money, and that is to paint, if we go a bit smaller, a park district down, and then build a park. And I'm going to pull it, I'm going to pull it here, next to the incineration plant. Prospect Meadows, yeah, of course it is. And this is ultimately going to make us some money in return. So we get a city park on this island, just to start making us that sweet cash money moolah. We've already got a main gate, so we place one just to the side there and one there. Build our little path, which will kind of go around the outskirts of the plant. And then what we'll do, we'll kind of maximize what we can do with this area by doing that. And then placing as much entertainment stuff as possible. So this is quite small. Can I squeeze this in any other area? No, it's going to have to be in one of these areas. Just to maximize what we can do. That's a little bit too big. What's this here? That's a 20. That was a 10. Little part caps are 50. And this should start to make us a nice little hefty profit. These little gazebos are 60. 150 for the climbing frame. Bam, we're getting that in. There we go. Can I squeeze another one of those in? Not enough money. Okay, right, fine. Run out of money slightly there, so we kind of completely up the ticket price there, and then it starts to then gain the visitors coming in. That'll start to make a little bit of profit for us, hopefully turn our debts slightly around. We can only pray. I can only pray there's enough residents already on the island. That's all I can pray at the moment. I've also kind of... Ooh, look at the profit going up already. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more to this park anyway. Because over time it's going to upgrade and stuff like that. So these little gazebos are a lot of 60. We can squeeze it like a load of these in. We'll go in the kind of inner side there of this. So that puts Prospect Meadows here. Expense 300. Profit 1,500. Not bad. Puts us back into the green, which is really good. Other things obviously are taking advantage of that as well to put us into the green, but that's making us more money. So that should upgrade over time as it meets those, you know, levels and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. Other islands are now desperate. We are literally fighting a losing battle. But I need the money to do future expansions to get to that point. So we'll try and solve the necessary stuff like death care in this island. I can't take any more loans either because I've kind of got them all. So we'll take care of death care once we've got the money on this island. That should then start to get rid of the bodies, and then new people can move into the houses that the people died in. Sounds horrible, but we got to do that. We've got to do that. So we need 25,000 to get our first one in. So I've just had the park level up again. Well, again, I say for the first time. Let's get a crematorium in then. So we kind of like centralize it a little bit. Drop it there. That'll handle death care on this island. They're starting to ask for now garbage needs. This incineration plant has got 0 trucks in use. You kind of need to get some trucks in use, incineration plant. We got things happening right now. Right, Prospect Meadows. We can now charge 24, which then increases even more profit margins for us, which is pretty good. So we're just going to tick along and grind out the little money session right now. I like how the island has this little border of small buildings around the edge. Can you imagine when these islands are fully upgraded? It's going to be crazy. Right, transport routes. We're making a nice little chunk of change on the public transport, but that's mainly from them taking the boat from here to here. That's mainly what the funds are for. These are complaining that there's not enough goods to export, so we need to build like a cargo harbour, which that is going to cost me 60,000. Then we can export the goods from this island, thus making this area very prosperous. So yeah, we need more money. Lots more money, in fact. But we take along just nicely. We're managing. That is what we're doing right now. We're managing. That is pretty much all we can say. We need to police something policey over here. So let's get that down then. We'll go for like the small one. It's the cheapest and it will handle the basic needs for now. So that should be good now. And then you can start to see where they're going to start complaining that they need garbage needs. So this island here will get rid of this corner. And bulldoze this road, and we'll use this corner here as being the garbage area, and then we'll do this corner over here on this island. So they're complaining, yeah, they're starting to complain quite hefty now about the garbage needs. They're complaining quite a lot about how many. Okay, we've got garbage trucks in use now. Complain a bit about the policing needs too, which is interesting. But we'll take care of the garbage over here. Are you going to go? Are you just holding on for dear life? You meant to go. Please. Right, garbage needs. That incineration plant is... Wow, it was... I paid that much for it? What? If I knew I was paying that much for it and the upkeep was that, I wouldn't have chose that. I would have chose this basic one. Which is what I should have done in the first place. No freaking way was that much. Holy moly. Somewhat almost semi-stabilized the islands with the odd services and 2 right down. They all have their own individual little problems here and there, but we can't really do much until we can upgrade the facilities on the island, but it's good as it is right now. It's just this industry island's taking a beating, and that's because we need to create like an export section. So I'm thinking, now we've got the money to do it, we'll get rid of that whole little path there, road, sorry, and then get a cargo harbour down right there. Hook the roads back up. Boom, 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 boom. And now we have an import and export section there for our industry, which is quite exciting. We can now export the goods, they can sell it, and it should bring the industry here back to life, hopefully. We're about to take a huge... No, we're coming back. No, are we? I thought we were about to take a huge dive in revenue, but it turns out we're doing actually okay. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens to this whole area. That'll be very interesting now. Okay, so money's going along quite pretty well. I've been playing around with the budgets. We've got all the loans out right now. I've completely dropped the train and ferry budget. I could, if needs be, increase the garbage budget. So, you know, they produce more vehicles and whatnot. We'll just see if we start dipping down again. We need some of there, but just picked it all up. So it's like just waiting for the vehicles to get to them. I can see it actually happening slowly, but we'll see what actually fully happens over time. We should think about now getting these areas all up and running. So this is going to be our office area, and I want this one to be our commercial area over here. And then we're going to have commercial in the middle one as well, but it's also going to be filled with like leisure stuff. So eventually I want to move that park we've got down here, have every single park on this island. So let's get this one up and running first. So roads wise then, we don't have too much money to kind of play around with, so we'll see what happens. We'll put the snapping on, maximize what we can. So that's going to cost like 3,000. My money is going to disappear very quickly building over here. It's going to disappear very quickly. So already, if I go to this point now, almost spent all the money. Literally almost spent all of the money. But I'm just creating the grid section, because it's kind of mimicking what I've done over here. I created like a grid and then did little pointy off areas, which looks kind of cool. So we want to kind of maximize on that, but obviously we need more money to come in. So the garbage, you can see the garbage needs are increasing, so it's probably best that I do up the budget for that. So if I pull it to 100 and... well, it's not even garbage, is it? No, this is industry areas. What am I talking about industry area? Where's the garbage section? Oh, it's here. There we go. So pull it up to 100 and... let's go 120. 120%. Let's see what happens there. Are we needing more power about now? Yeah. Production and consumption. Oh no, we're okay. I think the consumption slightly dropped a little bit. Which the garbage is now needs are increasing. It's slowly getting there. So let's try and focus on one side of the island to begin with, so I can get the ferry in and start to get some form of commercial in. So if I bring that down to here, and then that can kind of go to there, and then we'll just okay. We'll use this one here, this little section there, to be the ferry kind of stop off point. So boom, connect you up. So does this island have water? No, it doesn't. Neither does the other three. Okay, we'll quickly drop it all in. Now if we can start creating some commercial, then that should slowly start to bring the island back to life, because that's the only thing we don't have at the moment is any commercial at all. So this is now a waiting game to get it all in. But we'll get it in. Do the rest of the roads, slowly get somewhere in this island, and then hopefully we can make some money. Right, so we got the island up and running for the most part. It's gonna have to be all low commercial. We got some of it in. It's gonna be all low commercial because no one's educated for the higher commercial or high density commercial just yet. We got the ferry route in, which a ferry is now going to and from that area. But obviously, we're going to have to get subway systems in eventually, and we will do that. We will actually get those in over time. But we should now get a huge profit boost as all this stuff now gets thrown in. Garbage, wow, garbage took a huge hit. Okay, so it's amazing how this can't... It's like we could use 47 trucks, but it's using one truck at the moment. Like, what in the world is going on with this? Oh, no, I don't want to move it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to check the budget, sorry. So I could up it to 150%. Well, they start throwing out more trucks. We'll see what happens, but it's... Ooh, look at them. Look at our weekly profit right now. It's going up, boys. It's going up. We're getting somewhere, and that somewhere is nowhere. Right, death care. We need to take care of death care then, so let's get some more death care spots in. Right, so we'll throw one here. We'll squeeze one in there. Throw one in just there. We're going to need some on this island too as well. So I've got to pick a spot. It doesn't really matter too much then about this area in terms of garbage disposal and whatnot, because no one's really living here for them to be polluted. But we'll just get a few little bits in there as we continue to make all of the monies. And we'll see if now if our upgraded budget will then start to change the island. in terms of their garbage needs and disposal. Like this island here, wow, it's only got one recycling center. So we drop another one down, which I've kind of placed it awkwardly. There we go. Beautiful. So hopefully with that extra garbage recycling center there, it can handle the needs. Is this now pushing out more vehicles? It's now up to 4 vehicles it's pushed out. Oh, almost went to 5 for a second. I wish it would just like pushed out the full 50. If you pushed out the full 50, you could just obliterate that sole island. What are these pushing out? 1, 3 and 4. This is like, what's going on? What's going on, game, with these islands? But we still continue to make the money, which is really good. Very impressed. So I might as well get the other islands now set up while we're making the big bucks. Get them up and running, and then we'll think about doing the subway system and doing a more kind of, you know, thought out process with the ferry system. And then we should be cooking on oil, guys. This garbage needs are terrible. So we're closing in on 100,000, which we've now just got. The commercial island's all set up. The little leisure island set up too, kind of. The office island is going through a beating right now, regenning and dying and regenning, but obviously no one can get there. I've got the ferry systems kind of semi-set up, but they're not effective. I mean, one, we don't have enough boats anyway, but I haven't really paid too much attention to them. They're not fully effective, so we could do a little bit better with those, but ultimately, we got to get that subway system in. I'm thinking, do I create 2 loops? Like I do a small loop here, that just goes to these 4 islands, and a big loop that goes to every single island. Probably going to do that. So it's going to be very expensive to do this in general. Each subway system is going to cost 15 grand. So if I think about doing the outer loop first, and let's say we kind of go for, let's just go for one there, and then we'll have, this is quite difficult, one there, and then we'll drop this one. I kind of want it well, as center as possible there, and then we'll have squeeze one in here. We'll have this one kind of more in the fold of it. Get that to kind of go on that road somehow. Now we'll throw it. No, oh, I don't really want it there like that. Hold on. Can I get a refund? Oh, it's not a great refund. It's just easier to move it, isn't it? Oh no, not with the move it tool. Damn it, Folio. Right, let's move it ourselves. All right, so I'm gonna have to go there for now. And then this. So we're having a loop like that. So this one's going to be like literally downtown. So you thought that was expensive? Now it's time to get the this in. So not enough money, as you can now tell. Not enough money. Do I have enough? Have I paid off any loans lately? So take this loan, 20,000. It's not going to get me very far, that loan, at all. And now we've got more maintenance costs as well. So run that down to there. And this is going to kind of go up to here, but now it's getting super duper expensive. So you can see that the subway system is going to cost a pretty penny, guys. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it actually starts making us profit. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, because of how close-knit everything is and whatnot. I'm actually losing money now, which is not great. Is the island dying again? It goes through these stages. It's like, I feel like when we're doing well, and I start doing some more stuff, and then I feel like it dies slightly. It's borderline right now. It is borderline actually physically working. So we need something that's going to give us a boost. How is Prospect Meadows doing? We're doing okay now. They've gone down a bit. We've got enough money now to finish off this. So I could, for now, just get this semi-loop in. just to actually get this fully functional, and then we'll add to the stops as we continue and as it grows further and further. So that should now, where is it? Where's the stop here? I forgot where I placed it, just here. So they're using it, they're going to go on and use it, of course they are, which is going to make us a little bit of money. And as the subway system generates more money, we'll get the whole thing in. So, how many trains does it got? I think it's got like 2 or 3, hasn't it? Let's find out. Subway? No, wrong, that's not the subway. It has 3 trains on the subway system. Okay. And then we're going to have to get... The sooner we can link this, the better. But that's going to be so expensive to link it. It's going to cost us 14 grand to do a straight link connection. Which I ain't got the money for that. But if we can get the link over there, and then everyone's going to go to the commercial section, which is going to boost that economy, which is good. So it's now all comes down to a waiting game. Literally all comes down to a waiting game. How much is it costing us to run that subway system? We're making 1,000. Oh, we won't just make 1,000 in income straight away. So we're not far. We could, like I said, we could actually make profit off the subway system once it's fully connected and goes like where it needs to go properly. And then we've like calculated how many trains we actually going to be needing. It could do fairly well. Right. So how far can I take this where I can afford it? I can afford it at this point. 9,200. And what was the full thing again? It was 14,700. Do I wait for the full 14,700? I feel like I should because it's a direct link over. No problems. Look at that. Now the subway system's up and running. We're now starting to make more money as we're now linking up the islands more efficiently than what the boats were. So we need to drag a line to here and add that stop. It's got to stop here, hasn't it? Yeah. So we got that additional stop now. I think once it's all in, I'll probably update the whole thing. So this train should, oh, it goes straight there. So you completely see. I need to kind of once it's all in, redo it again. But that's going to create people now going to and from this area, the commercial area. I'll just give it like a few moments for it to like fully update and know what it needs to do. And then we'll hook up the office area next. So how much is it going to cost us to do that one? So a straight fire connection, 16,000. Ooh, boy, this is expensive. It's expensive. How many people are waiting on the subway system? So we got quite a few passengers. I'm just checking the lines. Well, where's that one? Damn. Right, we're going to up it to... I'm going to bring it up to 10 vehicles for now. A bit excessive at the moment, but it's just going to get the people going to where they need to get going so we can, ultimately boost all our economies and areas. In terms of how much it costs now to run it, we're only... Ooh, okay. So it's hovering up and it keeps going up and down how much we're making, but we just got to get more and more people transported around, but it's gone below 1,000. The debt's there for a little bit. Right, we've got enough now then to drag that up. And how much? These are quite smallish. Well, not small. I say small. It's still 10,000 to hook that one up. And the next one after that shouldn't be too much. So, what is it? 10,100. Boom. And then to hook that one up to there, 10,200. Look at that, 7,000 plus, and now a week. Right, once you got that one in, I'll redo the whole subway network into a big outer loop. And then eventually when we got enough money, we'll do an inner loop. But then all the islands are hooked up by subways and boats. But obviously boats can only carry so many people, and it takes forever and a day to get to where they need to get going. So let's just pause it. Hang on, let me let's actually just get rid of the line. And then we'll do a new one. So we'll have one going round one way and then the other going the other way. So one looping that way and then one coming this way. So we're maximising both ways on the subway. Go, 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 go. How many vehicles they're going to have each then? So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 5. So they're going to have 5 each. Okay, not bad, not bad. We'll see how that goes then. We'll see how it goes and how it boosts the whole economy. As the office area is now slowly regenning. How's garbage? Is garbage okay? It doesn't seem to be as big as an issue as it once was. These guys are screaming out for not enough goods to sell. Is that to sell to customers? Because if that's the case, obviously we're about to get a huge boost of people now coming to the commercial area. So we'll see how that changes over time. We need to get leisure in this little island here. And we also need to slowly start educating people too. Now, what is the job market like? 45% unemployed. Okay, so we should think about education at some point. 10,000 per elementary school. So we've got a lot of people that need educating. I'll try and do 1 on each island, wherever I can squeeze 1 in. And we need another 10,000. So once we get 10,000 there, we can throw another one down. At least we've got an elementary school on each island. And we can start to educate the peeps. There we go. And then we'll see how it goes then. So again, we need to let a few more, we need to let some more time pass now. So we can see what issues now arise. This needs power. But then again, there's nothing on this island for them to go to at the moment. So we're okay. Are the complaints slowly dropping on this island? It's one of those things we'll never know. Probably good to put some taxi ranks on these various islands too, to handle the transport. But ultimately, it's going in the right direction. We just got to give it time. We got to give it time as it all comes to light. So I've got the second subway loop now in, and it's working perfect. Over 2,000 people using the subway system. And sometimes it makes a profit a week, which is really good. It's not doing too bad. Starting to get a little bit of the other parks in. We got the theme park and the zoo there. Got some higher density commercial now in, which has really boosted my weekly income. We just don't have enough workers or educated workers for that area. I'm thinking we need to get rid of some of this now. I'm thinking, right, I D-zone all of this. Oh, no, don't go that far. D-zone all of this. It's all gone. And then rezone it high density commercial. There we go. It's going to be a dramatic change to that island. We probably don't have enough educated workers for it. What's the education levels like right now? No, we don't have anybody well educated. So we need to get some high schools now in. So we'll drop our first one in. I can afford 1 more. I'll place it on this island over here. There we go. The subway systems are there, so they can, link up from this island if you want to go to school over there and whatnot. So it is possible to do that. We're now losing money, which, that's fine. It should start to regenerate back once all this new commercial area now is pretty much up and running. Got a little cargo harbour there too to kind of satisfy these guys with importing and exporting goods. I haven't really gave any love or any attention to the officey area over there. So it's not like we can do right now. We're going to go into a little bit of debt. We still haven't gone into that much debt to accept the 50,000 bailout. So if it does go that far, at least we know we got a nice chunk of change on our way. So, ooh, damn. Loads of purple. Loads of people just came out of this subway system there. People using this one too. Yeah, people using this one. This is what kind of gets to these areas. Now, are these making profit yet? Not quite. They're not quite making profit at all. But they should change as we get the other ones in. And focus everything on this island. Should be pretty interesting to see how it goes. New commercial now up and running as our weekly income is now starting to increase, which is good for us. Job levels, 36% now unemployed, but that will change again as we start to educate more people. They'll be able to accept higher paying, high educated roles and stuff like that. So no one's really going to these parks, are they? What's going on, guys? What's legit going on? I can see people walking in. What, are they just going to the subway? What are they doing? Are they walking past? No, you're getting the odd few, one or two going in. We just need to create more demand in this area to get people over here. Which we'll get these other parks set up eventually once we've got the money to do it. It's going pretty well. Are we still making tons of money on the subway? Oh, damn, boy, you're making profit on the subway system. I'm thinking, do we get rid of the boats? Because they're not really doing anything, are they? Not really doing anything. Well, you know what? Guys, we're getting rid of the boats. I won't get rid of that one because that's what's bringing people from the main area over. We'll keep that one. But the other ones we will get rid of. So everyone's got to use the subway system. Now I've got to hook the roads that I've now deleted back up. And I've got to get rid of the gaps we've now created in the... Or the kind of... what you call it? Where was the one here? Did I just do this one? No, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. We gotta get rid of the routes now for the boats. Or is it best to do this? Does that get rid of it? I don't know. I mean, we can also get rid of it manually anyway. In the transport view. I should rather just do that, shouldn't I? Like boats, where is it? Boats. Is it this one? But yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Right, delete. It's a Ghana. Alright, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Those routes are now gone, so now it's... Wait, I thought that route was gone. Hold on. What's going on here? Right, boats. Wait, how many routes are there? Let me redo this. Right, goodbye. Goodbye. Right, I can't even select this one. Goodbye. Goodbye. Right, is that all of it now? Oh, there's one there. Goodbye. Okay, I can't even reach that one. Goodbye. So we had one, which was this to here and back. We'll do two. So we can maximize that one. Right, good stuff. So now then, in terms of how much you're spending in expenses for the boat, it should change, hopefully. Right, guys? You should change. Maybe not, because I've done an extra boat route. Who knows? Who knows? So education now should be going up. We're getting 3% well-educated. Can I afford to put a university in? Yes, I can. And what we're going to do now, we're going to get rid of this park area. Because we need to move it over to the other island. So, de-zone all of that. Get rid of the building. Pretty much get rid of all of it. Right, it's annoying that you gotta like confirm it every time. And this is where we're gonna put the university in its place. Maybe not. Let's move this. So, not enough money for university just yet. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Boom. We have a university in the vicinity. So that might cause some sweet upgrades to the various buildings around. But ultimately now it means I can then move the park over to this side. So, City Park. We're going to start with the main gate, which we need 5,000 to do that with. So drop that there. How much are the side gates, by the way? They're 2,000 a pop. So we'll have one side gate over here, which... Oh, we don't have enough money. We're actually losing money. How's that happened? How have we now took such a huge hit in terms of funds? I mean, we've dropped a little bit of population. Is it because the big commercial island over here has now eventually died out? Is this what it is? Oh, then again, it's regenning. It's coming back, so then we'll make the money back. Okay, so I'll get the other 2 little sections in here. By that time, a lot of people should be even more educated. We should have a little bit more money. I should be able to accept the loan. Okay, maybe not. We might have to have a little bailout session, but we're getting somewhere. I can feel it. So things are now starting to kind of settle down on the Diamond Islands. A population now up to 34,000. That's now rapidly increasing ever since we've planted down the university, because it's caused all the buildings to start upgrading, which is really, really good. We're making nearly 30,000 a week. We've got all the kind of parks down right now. The commercial is complaining that it needs, well, it's basically not enough goods to sell and whatnot. You know, there's not really much we can do about that because it's on its own sole island. When it comes to, oh my goodness, I had to put more boats down. But when it comes to the actual physical subway network, I've had to place one that goes all the way over to here just to get people from over here into the city, because they were all waiting for the boats, and the boats can only take so much, so the subway is now boosting them networks. Is it making profit again? Yeah, it's making profit again, the subway system. But we got so many people now coming and using the subway network, and that I kind of filtered them into this one as being the hub, because this is kind of the tourist island there anyway, so that's kind of boosting everything over here, which is really handy. The office island has literally settled down perfectly. We could do a little bit more power now, so we'll drop some of these around here, give these guys a little bit more power on all the islands. But the office area is handled very nicely. Job situation only 5%, 4% now unemployed. Well, it's battling around the 4 and 5%, which is good. Man, we're still rapidly increasing our population, which is just crazy to see. We get some monuments in and stuff like that. I placed one monument over here, or kind of not monument, sorry, like landmark, just to kind of boost up these areas. So we'll place a few more down as well, just to kind of create like this really, really nice tourist trap. So let's keep. They got like yeah, they got entertainment values and stuff like this, but that's quite a big building to drop in. What about this one? It's got a 60. The Plaza of the Dead. Sounds evil. If I get all these in the various spots, and this island becomes one hell of a tourist trap. So I can't get that one in, but I can get some of these in there. Building already exists. Oh, didn't click. I'd say what's going out there? The transport tower. Do we need stuff like that? The Mall of Moderation. That would be a good one to drop in over here. But it's going to destroy some stuff, isn't it? Yes. Fine. I won't get it in. The clock tower. Well, I gotta be able to squeeze this in somewhere. Nice. What else we got as well? These buildings now start to get a little bit bigger, as you can now see. So I won't go too crazy. We have like the sports thing, but that's huge. I can't get that in. We've got the fantastic fountain, number one. We've got also the luxury hotel. Would be a good one, but it is a very, very big building, so I can't get any more of those in. But that should boost the tourism on this island, which is really good. You can see more and more people now walking about, round about and stuff like that. A lot of people now getting off this subway as well. 84 people used that in the last week. I can hear ding-a-linging upgrading for days. It's just continuing to go up and up and up, because the amount of buildings are now upgrading, nearly at 40,000 residents. So everyone who's complaining about not enough educated workers or workers in general are now getting them. There's not a lot we can do about this, with the fact that there's not enough goods to sell. So what does it say? No goods to sell. The building can become abandoned if nothing is done. Zone more industrial area to produce goods. Which ultimately they can't get the goods to there, if that makes sense, which is kind of funny. Even though we've got a good industrial area, we're just not producing enough. We have the office area over here, but then again, there's only so much that can do. So, you know, we've got imports and exports coming in and out. Maybe we drop a few more of those. Nah, I don't want to drop any more than what there actually is. Leave it as it is. It's a problem they're going to have to deal with. It still is functional. I mean, we do have... I had a little taxi depot down here too, so, you know, transporting people around, but this is over 1,000 people using this one, this connection. It's a lot, isn't it? What's the, Oh, not the budget in there. I wanted to go to this. Subway. Is it this one? Yeah, there's, like... Which one is that? It's got like 2,000 people waiting. We should really up... Move that aside. The amount of trains. Let's up the amount of trains on each one. So 14 for both. Getting the people, you know, pushed around the city a lot more. There is so many people using that one subway network there. That is crazy to see that. Holy moly. So you can't complain there's not enough shoppers. You cannot complain there's not enough shoppers. Now we've got more trains going around the outer loop as well that we're pushing people around the city. Education, 9% are highly educated, only 29% uneducated. That's obviously over time will change things. Garbage is not a huge issue anymore. Maybe a few people getting sick here and there. We don't really have any good hospitals, do we? Like the big boy ones. Like this. Let's replace this here, this corner of the deaf, with a good hospital. There we go. People can use a subway if they want to get to that good hospital. But we now got 40,000 people on the Diamond Islands. Considering there's only 40, you know, it's just here is the peeps. Do we need more power? Yeah. And the whole place is pretty much being powered by these little wind turbines and obviously that one incineration plant. It's just crazy to think that's how the whole place is being powered. It's mental. Garbage is hit and miss. I mean, we do have the issue, but it's just until the vehicles get to where they need to get to pick the garbage up. So there's not a lot you can do about that. Because again, they're all islands and they're not connected. They're connected by subways, which is crazy. So how has now our subway system increased? So we've now got 28. What am I talking about? 2,800 on that one line. This line here has so many passengers using it. Have we put a dent into that? This is a different one, isn't it? There's so many people on that line. Just wanting to get on and off. It can take 180 each train can. So it's just over time it will kind of put a dent and slowly go through it. That's just crazy, man. How many people are using the subway network? We're still making profit as well, even though we've like added an additional like 14 trains, like 7 to each line. So that is crazy. But we do have one issue that it's very difficult to solve because again we're not linking it up to roads, so there's not much we can do about that. But ultimately, it's turned out pretty well. Now 11% highly educated for nearly 42,000 people in the city. It's gone pretty well. It has gone pretty well in this little Diamond Island kind of experiment. Guys, I think we're going to end it for here. It's been a battle. I'm not going to lie, it's been a huge battle to get this city fully functional. But what a battle it has become. What I've discovered is when it comes to having separate islands per industries, it works, but it doesn't work fully. The commercial needs to be linked to the industry in some way, shape or form. Just imports is just not enough. That is all I can say. Imports is just not enough. But it's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Hope you guys did enjoy this fun little experiment. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good. Bye.